involve molestation. So please, I'm just really glad to be here. If you want to take your children to the front, I'm seeing this crowd over here. Also, there's a college neighborhood homeowners association meeting about putting all the homeless people in concentration camps. If you want to go to that, it's going on right now. Good time for you to cut out before your youth group starts or something. Anyway, it's been a while since I've been to Queen Bee, and I used to come here about 4 years ago, do open mics. Back then it was mostly like middle-aged cougars that came, and overweight people that couldn't fit into hipster clothes. But now it seems to be this interesting mix of people that it's like a Justin Bieber concert meets Gathering of the Juggalos or something. It's very great. I enjoy it. So who here lives with roommates? Do you live with other people? Okay, some of you. This actually pertains a lot to young people that live with their parents, or also parents that have children. But I'm not married. I'm not with a steady girlfriend. So, sometimes when you're by yourself, what do you like to do when you lock the doors? You like to get to know yourself, have an intimate moment. I'm not talking about squeezing one off before you go to work. I'm talking about literally, all the sheets are off. You've got some candles lit. You're really enjoying yourself. You've got a good fantasy going. And then what do you hear on the other side of the wall from your roommates? That disgusting sound of like two wet steaks slapping together. Just words that you never want to hear out of your roommate's mouth, just going at it. And your first thought is just complete anger. Because it's like, I was here first. This is about me tonight, not about you. And then you're just like, and then you just kind of let it pass, and you're like, okay, maybe they're finishing. And then you're like, and then you realize that this is going to go on for a while, so then you're stuck with this conundrum. You're like, do I keep going? And if I do, does that make me a bad person? If I, when I keep doing this, am I thinking about them? Because, maybe you think one of them is kind of attractive, and you're like, okay, well, I don't know, it could be other things too, like maybe you're eating something, and if you don't like the people and you think they're really unattractive, you just kind of push the food away. Or you're really into it, you're just like, this tastes great. This enchilada is so wet. Anybody here been to Planned Parenthood recently? No. Yeah, great, awesome. I love calling Planned Parenthood when you have a problem, because recently I had this hair follicle on the base, I'll say, that was infected. Just had this little red thing, and it's funny because you can't go to a doctor like me because you're broke, but you look online. Of course, the internet holds all the answers. So you're online and you're looking, and of course, everything you look at online that involves like the possible STD or something just looks exactly what you have, right? You're just like, you read what the doctor says, like, could be bumpy, could be red, could be itchy, could be sore, could be cold, could be hot. You don't know. It's like you're just fucked. But you go into Planned Parenthood, it sucks, because if you're a woman and you go, it's like, okay, you're going there to see, you're getting some shot, or you're going to get an abortion, or blah, blah, blah. But if you're a man and you're single and everybody's just looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Don't sit next to him. Don't pick up that copy of Better Homes and Gardens you just read. Don't even touch it. Anyway, so I go in there, and I sit down, and the lady looks at me, and she's like, okay, what are we going to do today? And I said, you're going to look at my cock. You're going to look at my penis. I got something on it. So she sits me down, and then she gives me this bib. Like a bib you wear at the dentist just to go around your neck. I'm like, lady, what the fuck am I going to do? What kind of exam is this? Is there going to be a happy ending at the end of this exam? Like, why do I need this bib? And she's like, no, you can like put it down there. And I'm like, lady, you're going to look at my penis. Like, I don't know exactly what else you want me to cover. I was just going to take it out, just kind of spread it out like a guitar or something, and maybe wrap it around my wrist and point like I'm telling the time. Like, we're going to put it like a loincloth, like under my penis, like for my balls, like turn around, put it on there, like, what exactly? So anyway, she looks at it, she's like, you got nothing, don't worry about it, it's a hair follicle. So you walk out, and you're so happy, you're like, okay, I'm clear. They really need to give you a sticker, because if you walk out, everyone's just kind of looking at you like, what happened? And you're just like, I'm fine, believe me. You need one of those stickers like, it's cool, I'm clean. Anybody had a drug test recently? Nobody? Okay, no one here has a job, okay. Alright, anyway. The drug tests have changed. When you go in to have a drug test now, it's different. There's a whole process. You have to pee into the toilet first and then pee into the cup, and you've got to fill it up to a certain amount. And it's weird because I walked in there and the lady, she hands me two alcohol wipe pads. And she looks into my eyes and she's like, wipe the tip, then pee in the toilet, and then pee in the cup. It's like, I'm extremely confused and slightly aroused. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, wipe the tip, pee into the toilet, and then pee into the cup. It's like, okay, but why did you give me 2 wipes? Like, you know, I'm flattered, honestly, I'm flattered. Like, you're gonna wipe the entire thing, or like, do you want me to get the back door too? Or do you think I'm just so well endowed, I just need 2 of them just to stretch it out and just go for it? Okay, we've successfully got all the old people out of the room, we can really have some fun. Anyway. No, it sucked. The last time I went to take a drug test, I only filled it up 1/3 of the way they wanted, and they're like, we're gonna have to give you a whole jug of water now. And it was this disgusting Modesto water. I'm like, it's gonna come back and it's like, okay, you've got E. coli and chlorine. Apparently you're addicted to fucking chlorine. It's like, no, I just drank a whole jug of Modesto water. And then they give me this jug and they sit me in the office where all the nurses are. And I'm sitting in the office and I'm just sitting there. And everyone's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm just waiting here to pee. I was just there for like an hour just sitting there watching the clock waiting to pee. But I work in an after school program sometimes. And I also work as a noon duty. I've been doing that for years now. And one time I was working in the sandbox watching the kids play football. And there's a little 6th grade girl that used to come up to me and we used to shoot the shit and tell stories. She comes up to me and she's this cute little girl. And she's like, Mr. Doug, how do you spell your name? I said, oh, that's so cute. It's D-O-U-G. That's how you spell it. She's like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna write you something in the sand. I'm like, oh, go ahead, please. It's so cute. So she starts writing in the sand with her feet. She's like, like that. She didn't actually make that sound. Sand is. But so I look down. And she finishes writing and it says, Mr. Doug is a rapist in the sandbox. So I just started kicking the dirt, like, by the way, I'm not a rapist, I don't rape children at work, or anywhere. Anyway, so I just started kicking the sand, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This last summer I worked at a summer program with kids. And we weren't allowed to eat the food. We weren't allowed to eat the food that the kids didn't want, so I used to hide the food in my pocket and then pretend to go to the bathroom and eat the hamburgers and stuff in the bathroom. So this is a very secret operation, you know, it involves super planning, you know, hiding food with baggy shirts and eating it in the bathroom very quickly. It was the kids' bathroom. So one day I was at work and the boss was like, Doug, I need to talk to you. And my boss, by the way, is somebody I went to high school with, who's even cooler than I was. This is really awkward that she's my boss. She's like, Doug, I need to talk to you. She's like, do you use the boys' bathroom? Which sounds weird. It's like, do I use for molesting children? What are you talking about? It's like, no, I don't. Because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, we found some ketchup packets in there with hamburger wrappers. We know you're eating in the boys' bathroom. Stop. It's really sad. So I was like, I think I might have went in there once, and she's like, well, listen, we just want to tell you that today we found out, we were looking at some of the kids' Facebooks, and they made a video of you taking a shit in the bathroom, and it's up on Facebook. And they wouldn't show me, and I was like, can I see the video? They're like, no. So I don't know why, and it was like that creepy guy through like the slit, and I'm just like sitting there like looking, like texting and like taking a shit or like in full wipe or what's going on. I don't know what the angle was, or maybe it was just my feet like tapping a rhythm, or you know, like in excruciating pain. I don't know. Anyway, so I was just like, can I talk to the kid? Can I just ask them why they did this? Like, what are you gonna do to the kid? I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. I was like, no, I'm not gonna beat him up. I just want to talk to him and tell him it was fucking hilarious. Thank you. Gave his material. Anyway, but yeah, when you work in a school, every time you get in trouble, it sounds like you're molesting a child or something. Because we have this radio system that everybody can hear all the other workers. And like for instance, one time the kids like to grab a hold of you and you swing them around. You ever do that move with your kids, or some small child you just don't like? You just pick them up and you fling them, or go around in a circle. You ever do that when you were a kid? I don't know what it's called. See, whatever, fuck it. Anyway, so the kids like to do that. So on the radio, they're like, shh, Mr. Doug, your body is not a ride. So then, of course, all the other workers just look at you like, I knew it. You sick bastard. But to be fair, the day before that, they did call me on the radio. They're like, Mr. Doug, your penis is not a jump rope. So, all right, thanks a lot.